Right now, key testimony in the Chandler Halderson trial. What a forensic scientist discovered at his parents' home.
And night flights returning to Madison when the 115th Fighter Wing will be out and about this week.
Wind chills are cold this morning, but they're going to be on the increase. So will our chances for snow. We're going to have the latest Earth storm forecast coming up.
All right, hang on for just a little while longer, folks. This cold weather is about to scoot on out of here. Some warmer temperatures are on the way. Leah, you ready for it?
Oh, you better believe it, Chris. You know I was freezing coming in this morning.
Well, it would help if you didn't leave the window open at night.
Yeah. Okay, so I like to sleep with a little bit of a chill, but I did not realize that I was risking losing a couple fingers, couple toes last night with that window open.
Yeah, we're giving you a hard time. You know, Chris was poking fun at you. Like, didn't you hear the 13 times I mentioned it yesterday on the news that it was going to be that cold?
I'm a hardy Wisconsinite, Chris Stanford and Chris Reese. I like the cold. I like the snow. I underestimated just how cold it was going to be, for sure.
Thankful to have all your fingers and toes this morning, I'm sure.
They're moving, too. We're good. Thanks for joining us this morning, folks. We will get to Chris Reese's first warned forecast in just a second, but first, your top headlines. The trial against Chandler Halderson continues this morning. Monday, jurors saw the actual saw blades and scissors found in an oil drum near Bart Halderson's remains, as well as an axe and shoes with apparent blood stains on them. Chandler told police that he received a text from his mom during 4th of July weekend claiming that they were at the family's cabin. Authorities later determining that nobody had been at the Haldersons' cabin that weekend. At one point, a forensic scientist talked about testing for blood in various spaces, including the Haldersons' home. Now, here is a look at areas in the basement where luminol, a chemical used to find traces of blood, reacted to parts of the floor.
Did it test positive for blood?
It did. Presumptive positive for blood. Yes.
Sure. And slide 6, did you swab or test any of those areas?
I did.
And did any of those test positive, presumptive for blood?
It did.
All right, the next day of the Halderson trial will begin here in just a few hours. You can stream it at channel3000.com.
The man who bought Kyle Rittenhouse the rifle he used in deadly shootings last summer in Kenosha will not face criminal charges. Dominic Black was charged with delivering a dangerous weapon to a minor, resulting in death. Instead, he's been given a plea deal to a pair of citations and is expected to pay a fine for the felony count to be dismissed. The judge did accept that deal.
All right, back to those frigid temps. Yeah, some parts of the viewing area around 0 this morning. Those wind chills are just downright nasty, Chris Reese, but here comes some southerly air.
Winds are out of the south, and the wind increasing out of the south is actually hurting the wind chills this morning, causing them to drop. But I promise, a strong southerly wind really does warm you up. It's just one of those situations where it gets a little worse before it starts to get better. The wind chill now 17 below 0 in the Dells, now 14 below for us in Madison, and 15 below in Monroe this morning. All of us feeling below 0. The actual air temperature still at 2. But our wind is now due south at 10 miles per hour. That is actually what has dropped the wind chill just a little bit more for us. But here we are. Temperatures are mainly above 0. You still have a couple of spots that are at 0 or just below it, but we're warming up above 0 at this point, and we will continue to see our temperatures increase as we do go throughout the day. Doppler track is clear. We should see sunshine pretty much all day long. You have 1 week disturbance passing by towards the north and east, and that's one thing I want to highlight. We're getting ready to enter into a pattern. We're going to see several disturbances that zip out of Canada and move right on top of us or somewhere near us, which is why our forecast is actually a little bit more active when you start to see the extended outlook. But one of them is moving through today. That's only going to bring with it a chance for some cloud cover, again, mainly to the north and east. The next one comes through tomorrow. That one will have a little bit of moisture to work with, perhaps bringing a chance for some light snow. We're talking about another one into Thursday, and then perhaps a bigger one into Friday, and the track of that one is going to be incredibly important. We're planning out the day. It's 11 o'clock. Temperatures are into the teens above 0 at this point. We'll make it towards 29. Check the clock, that's 6 o'clock. So really, the later we get into the evening, the warmer a lot of these temperatures are going to be. Cloud cover increases overnight. Now we're at 10 o'clock on Wednesday, and you see our chance for a little bit of snow coming through. It's not going to be a big deal, but that chance is there. Then into Thursday, another one starts to move through. Models are still not sure how to handle the exact placement of that, but we're still watching that chance for more snow showers on Thursday, and then attention begins to turn towards Friday. That's the one I have the first warn in the forecast for, because that's the one that has the best chance to put some snow on the ground. But we're in that range. We're about 3 to 4 days out from this, and if you've been around and you've watched weather, you know that every time we get to 3 to 4 days, the models start doing all types of shifting before they finally settle down on an actual solution. That's where we are. I'm going to show you how they've shifted, and we'll talk about it in more detail coming up in a few minutes.
All right, so Chris Reese, what day is your birthday?
My birthday is Thursday.
Is Thursday. Okay. Okay, the snow chance is looking pretty good for you, huh?
Yeah, we'll see how it plays out.
Chris Reese, thank you very much. 6:05 now. The best known location for testing throughout the pandemic is once again the go-to place for help this morning.
Alliant Energy Center resumed testing yesterday. Our Brad Hamilton spoke with public health officials about what you can expect.
Public Health hopes the reopening of this testing site after 6 months is going to go a long way in figuring out this COVID issue once again. Public Health hoped to not need to use the Alliant Energy Center for COVID testing again, but Ken Van Horn knows the virus is the one that dictates what happens here.
I don't have a crystal ball. I wish I did, but I think that we'll keep this going for several weeks, if not a few months.
It's the first time since last summer the site is open to testing, but this time with a different setup.
Come on in.
To get tested, you need an appointment and you need to walk in.
I know that people really liked drive-through testing, but it is really, really resource intensive. The amount of staff that we needed to conduct a test compared to a appointment-based park and walk-up is dramatic.
Van Horn says the average wait time to get tested after booking an appointment
Just tilt your head back a little bit.
is 1 to 2 days. However, the testing director feels this site will become more and more efficient thanks to the lab Public Health partnered with.
They hit the ground running today. From the time they got here until the time they were ready to run their first test was under an hour, and they hadn't even seen the site before.
Nick Fink with Accelerated Labs says the accuracy of this test is very good. It takes them between 48 to 72 hours to get results back, despite a speedy process at Alliant.
People are well under 5-minute wait time as long as they register ahead of time. We can get you in and out of the doors, and we will be increasing the volume of testing here over the next couple days.
The goal for Accelerated Lab and Public Health is to have this site increase the total testing capacity in the county by 12% this week.
Get your results back in 24 to 48 hours.
Testing 500 to 750 people a day. Then they want to expand that percentage next week by 25, testing 1,000 people a day. The Alliant Energy Center will be open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. every weekday, and you can find information on how to book on our website at channel3000.com.
Brad Hamilton reporting there. More encouraging news now about testing. Health insurance companies will have to cover over-the-counter COVID tests now. The decision coming from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services yesterday. This starts on Saturday. The department says private insurers will now be required to pay for 8 tests a month per person, either by covering the cost up front or through a claim reimbursement. The tests also won't be subject to copays or deductibles.
Immunocompromised Americans can get another COVID vaccine dose. Starting this week, 4th doses will be given to people with autoimmune illnesses who received their booster 5 months ago. Those folks 12 and older who received a booster in August are eligible.
The Boys and Girls Club of Dane County says it'll be distributing 200,000 masks to local students and teachers. Over the weekend, the organization asked for donations. Yesterday, the club announced it has received 200,000 N95 masks from the state.
Starting tonight around Truex Field, you might hear or see the F-16 fighter jets taking off and landing until about 10 tonight. The 115th Fighter Wing will be conducting nighttime training until Thursday. The training is required for pilots and maintenance personnel to test their overall readiness.
New this morning, the Georgia Bulldogs are the 2021 college football national champions. The team actually struggled to put points on the board in the first half against Alabama. First touchdown came with just about a minute left in the third quarter. Then Georgia's offense would find some rhythm. Final score, 33-18. It's Georgia's first championship in 42 years.
In Badger basketball news, Johnny Davis is gaining recognition for his play over these last couple of games. He's this week's Big Ten Co-Player of the Week, as well as the Naismith Trophy winner. During the Badgers' 3-game stretch, he averaged over 27 points a game with 10 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and a block. His most productive night coming against Purdue, where he put up a career-high 37 points. On top of that, the Badgers moved to 13th in the AP poll. They host Ohio State next. Tip-off is Thursday at 6.
6:09 right now. Coming up, a new coin on the way. The poet and activist who's making history.
Plus, ability forward. I'm Josh Breider with the story of an area hospital teaming up with a local school district and giving students a way to succeed in life. That's straight ahead in the 6:08.
Pick and Save delivery is always fresh because we check our produce at every stop on its journey to you. We're fresh every day, so shop anyway. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
From Tina Fey and the creator of Saturday Night Live comes Mean Girls, the hilarious hit Broadway musical.
Why don't I know you?
Come see Tina Fey's Mean Girls at Overture Center, January 11th through 16th. Get your tickets now at overture.org.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that could take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm David Cohen, the COO of Love Your Teeth. When we did the clinical study and saw that it whitened people's smile 7 shades in 7 days with only 10-minute applications, we knew we had to share it with the world. Love Your Teeth whitens natural teeth, as well as stains on caps and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. And for those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, with Love Your Teeth, you can target that area using swab precision.
I love red wine, tea, coffee, and I typically get stains at like the bottom part of my teeth, and it's very obvious. This was my smile before I started using Love Your Teeth, and then here's my smile now.
I would describe Love Your Teeth as easy to use. I'm so happy with the results. Before I started Love Your Teeth, I took a selfie. So white, so different.
If you have yellowing between your teeth or coffee stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And with each 10-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth.
I'm Dr. Gold. I've been a dentist for 25 years. When I looked at the clinical study for Love Your Teeth, I was blown away by the results. Love Your Teeth really works. Finally, an at-home teeth whitening product that I can recommend with confidence.
With Love Your Teeth, my teeth were looking great. Like, I would just wake up every day like, oh my God, my teeth are getting whiter. It was just amazing for me. I saw a difference every single day. I'm just so confident in the way that my smile looks.
In the past, while I was using other teeth whitening products, my teeth became sensitive, and that's just uncomfortable. With Love Your Teeth, something that I really loved about it is there was zero sensitivity the entire process.
Order Love Your Teeth this new year and get 50% off, plus get free shipping. And as an added bonus, get a free Love Your Teeth Go Pen with your order. Visit loveyourteeth.com or call the number on your screen.
If you're hungry and you want a great deal, the Super Slam is your perfect meal. It's pancakes, eggs, sausage, bacon, and hash browns. It's enough breakfast for dinner, and it's as good as it sounds. See you at Denny's.
At Pick and Save, you can get personalized coupons on top of weekly sales for prices that are lower than low on food that's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. We're on the 608 this morning with how an area hospital is teaming up with a local school district and giving students a chance to shine.
Josh Breider is here now with this story this morning. Morning, Josh.
Hey guys, good morning. SSM Health St. Mary's Hospital has a unique partnership with the Madison Metropolitan School District. It's called Ability Forward. It places students with disabilities into internship programs within the hospitals. Now, one of those success stories is Tang Yang. He started as an intern at SSM Health's lab department and was so successful, he is now a permanent employee at the lab. The department has enjoyed his presence so much, they're actively looking at ways to expand his role while also adding a new intern, as well as transitioning him into more independent work without a daily job coach. Lab support supervisor Kat Garrison tells me it is a huge benefit to St. Mary's and hopes other organizations begin similar programs.
This is a fundamental part of our team, and that you don't oftentimes have that front and center. And so that really put Tang center stage when we didn't have somebody to put all the supplies away and to act as that resource. And it's like, oh my gosh, he's so valuable.
In addition to lab, SSM Health's environmental services team also participates in Ability Forward. I'm told they have had some similar success with interns turning into permanent members of the team. Coming up in our next half hour, you're going to hear from Tang himself about why he likes to do what he does and be part of the team, and also take a look at the incredible job he's doing in keeping some of SSM Health's important lab work moving forward, guys.
Yeah, and interns can be very valuable. I mean, with his attitude, you're going to hear it coming up in the next half hour. You'll know that he's a perfect fit. He's just got that attitude where he could just step right into just about any workplace and be a positive influence, Josh.
It's huge, and that's what all of his team members say. He just radiates that positivity, and when he's not there, it's noticeable. So that just goes to show how important it is that we get all of those jobs filled and we have all of these positions open for everyone, guys. It truly doesn't matter who you are. There's something for you out there.
Yeah, this is a great program. I'm really interested in hearing from Tang coming up in half an hour. Josh, thank you very much. Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out to him on social media or shoot him an email for a chance to be featured.
All right, let's check back in with Chris Reese and your certified most accurate forecast in Madison. You got a first warn on a system that's now a few days out.
Yeah, and grab your breakfast because the models are serving up waffles. We're still seeing the flip-flopping of the data out there, but I still want to give you the first warn that a system is possible as we start to move towards the weekend. Now, the trend, as we were through yesterday, was for this to really set up right on top of us. But today we've seen a little bit more of a trend towards the south and west. Now, model number 1 still brings us a decent snow event throughout southern Wisconsin, but the heaviest of that will be throughout parts of Iowa and just southwest of that Mississippi River. But I want to show you model number 2 as we start to move forward. Look at how far south and west model number 2 is. It takes it into parts of central Iowa and really misses Wisconsin almost altogether with that Friday system. We still would see some back-end snow as we start to move towards Sunday into Monday. So still, we have things to figure out. We're 3 to 4 days away now, and typically within this time frame, we see the models do all kinds of back and forth. And what we often see is an initial setup, which is what we saw yesterday. Then they move around and then come right back to that initial setup. So I don't want to say no to the snow chance just yet. I really want to watch the trends overall. It's cold as you head out the door this morning. 2, clear skies, winds out of the south at 10. That creates a wind chill down at 14 degrees below zero. I want to plan your day, though. Here's my plan your day forecast. We're going to warm things up into the upper 20s. The warmest part of today actually happens in the evening. 7 o'clock is when our temperature is at 29 degrees, so it takes us a minute to get there. We're still cold at lunchtime, but we are going to be warming things up with perhaps some chances to see some snowflakes at least tomorrow and Thursday.
There you go. All right, thanks, Chris Reese. Convicted murderer Robert Durst has died just a few months after he started his life sentence. The Department of Corrections says that Durst died of natural causes at the age of 78. Durst was a real estate mogul convicted in September of shooting and killing his longtime friend, Susan Berman. Prosecutors say Durst killed her because she was going to tell investigators that Durst had killed and disposed of the body of his wife, Kathleen Durst, who'd been missing since 1982.
To the death of actor Bob Saget now. The Orange County Medical Examiner's Office says the autopsy shows no signs of drug use or foul play. A cause of death, though, could take up to 3 months. Saget was found dead in his Orlando hotel room on Sunday. He was 65 years old.
New this morning, the U.S. Mint rolling out a quarter with Maya Angelou on it. The legendary poet and activist will be the first black woman to appear on a U.S. quarter. The Maya Angelou quarter is the first in the American Women Quarters program, which will include coins featuring prominent women in American history. Other quarters in the series will begin rolling out later this year and through 2025. The Circulating Collectible Coin Redesign Act of 2020 was passed last January, ultimately paving the way for the creation of the new coins.
6:19 now. Starting next week, the FAA is restricting the new 5G spectrum at more than 50 airports nationwide. The ban lasts for at least 6 months due to potential signal interference with aircraft instruments. Experts think the likelihood for interference is low, but airports like O'Hare and JFK will enforce a 5G buffer around their property. Other busy airports like Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson and DC's airports will not restrict 5G. And on Thursday, News 3 Now will be taking a look at 5G in Madison, when or if it will become available, and how it might impact our airport. That's Thursday night on News 3 Now at 10.
Tax season is getting closer. The IRS says it'll start accepting those 2021 federal tax returns Monday, January 24th. Filers have until April 18th this year to complete their returns. That's 3 days later than normal. The deadline is further extended for tornado and storm victims in Arkansas, Illinois, Kentucky, and Tennessee, as well as wildfire victims in Colorado.
Rolls-Royce and Bentley posting record sales of their ultra-luxury cars in 2021. Last year, Rolls-Royce reported it sold its highest number of cars ever. Bentley also posted record sales, selling 31% more cars and SUVs over the year before. And Lamborghini's CEO saying his company's sales last year were higher than its best year. They have yet to release their annual report.
Which one are you going to pick up, Leah?
I don't even know what those cars look like. Do we even see those around here?
Rarely, if
A Lamborghini? What did they start at, like 200K?
Something like that.
Buys a house, Chris.
Wow. Pandemic's been good to some folks.
My goodness. You know how many fish fries I could get for that?
You know how many cases of Busch Light $200,000 could buy?
A couple years worth, I think.
6:20 now. Coming up next, a look at a new motorcycle meant for the snow.
And ahead in our next half hour, new record high numbers in Madison hospitals this morning. Stay with us.
3000 plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
Cobuson buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
These are the faces that smile so wide at the friends and staff who are by their side, where life is lived with a feeling of pride on every bump of life's great ride. That comes from the care that sweetens the air that lives in the house that angels built. Attic Angel Community. Independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living built with the help of angels.
You've heard that an apple a day keeps the doctor away, but you still need to see your dentist because getting good dental care is important to your overall health. You know dental bills can take a big bite out of your budget, especially if you're retired or on Medicare. Even a simple cleaning can cost $200. And other procedures like crowns and root canals can cost hundreds, even thousands more. But affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company can help. Give us a call or go online for this free information kit with all the details. This isn't just a discount plan. This is real dental insurance that can help pay for over 350 covered procedures like cleanings, fillings, crowns, even dentures. There are no deductibles, no annual maximum, and you can see any dentist you like. So don't wait. Call now or go online for your free information kit from Physicians Mutual.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Have you heard? Tempur-Pedic sleep is better sleep.
With innovative memory foam developed by NASA, Tempur-Pedic mattresses reduce motion transfer,
Which means less tossing and turning so you can sleep undisturbed through the night. But which Tempur-Pedic is right for you? Come to Denver Mattress and test for yourself. Or get a free $300 gift when you purchase a new Tempur-Pedic. And rest easy knowing it's backed by our 365-night better sleep guarantee. Shop Denver Mattress today, your Tempur-Pedic elite retailer.
Imagine a visibly healthier pet in 28 days. Purina One, natural ingredients in powerful combinations for radiant coats, sparkling eyes. Purina One visibly healthy pet. Try these Purina One True Instinct formulas for dogs.
From Tina Fey and the creator of Saturday Night Live comes Mean Girls, the hilarious hit Broadway musical.
Why don't I know you?
Come see Tina Fey's Mean Girls at Overture Center, January 11th through 16th. Get your tickets now at overture.org.
Cobuson buses, now hiring.
My name is Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
6:23. Catherine sharing her morning with us of a sun pillar. It's a beautiful shot, and we learned what a sun pillar was this morning. It's really something, isn't it, Leah?
It's gorgeous. You thought it was a, what did you think it was? A sundog? Are you a meteorologist on the side here, Chris Stanford?
No, these are just weather phrases I throw around sometimes. I don't know what I'm talking about.
An Alberta clipper is making its way through Wisconsin.
Although I do know what a haboob is.
What the heck is a haboob?
We all do.
Haboob, it's one of those big dust storms.
Yeah, it's what they call it in Arizona.
Southwest, yeah.
It's actually the real name for it. But it is the dust storms, where it's just that wall of dust and sand that comes at you.
That, though, a sun pillar. We want to thank Catherine for sharing her morning with us. It was a wonderful pick, and it brightened our day.
My goodness, I got to hang out with you two gentlemen a little bit more. You're teaching me something new every day.
You hear a lot about weather.
All right.
And probably home ownership and kids.
6:25 now. An electronics show in Vegas is bringing light to a new way to hit the slopes.
Check this out. It's not a snowmobile, but an electric snow bike. Moonbike CEO. He says that he was inspired to create a machine to make winter exploration fun and easy. The company claims the bike is 3 times lighter than a snowmobile. It's $8,500, and they'll start shipping out this month.
Okay, so I'm Googling the average price of a snowmobile. Oh, you can get a used one for like $2 grand.
Yeah, used ones are not too bad. I mean, this thing looks fun. I would take one of these out.
You know, it looks a little less stable than a snowmobile, though. It looks like you're higher up. Am I wrong?
Yeah, no, you're right. Maybe a little bit higher up. It looks like it handles more like an actual bike or a motorcycle than a snowmobile would.
This is a conversation in our household because I would really like a motorcycle, and my husband says absolutely not. They are way too dangerous, so I don't think this is in my future either.
All right, keep us posted. We'll see who wins that argument.
I will.
All right, Chris Reese, quick weather.
Yeah, quick bus stop forecast for you. We are looking at sunshine today. Temperatures at 2 this morning will be at 23 by drop-off time. We go up to 29 by dinner.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Enjoy the benefits of soft water with Morton Water Softeners at Menards. Morton's Demand Control Wi-Fi Softener is a smarter way to manage your water. Right now, buy any Morton Water Softener and get a $50 rebate. Replace your toilet with a Titan Tall Elongated Toilet from American Standard. It has a powerful flush and AquaGuard to reduce condensation. Save big money right now on the American Standard Titan Elongated Toilet at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Isn't it great how swinging through Culver's drive-thru marks the unofficial start to family time? How biting into a hot-off-the-grill Butterburger makes worries melt away? And how a fresh frozen custard concrete mixer puts a smile on your face every time? Here, a meal you didn't have to make is a meal made fresh for you. And being greeted with a smile, even beneath a mask, makes all the difference.
There's a reason we put so much care into our food. That reason is you. Welcome to Delicious.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I?
Wow, is that really me?
Hi, I'm Annette, and I'm an actress. Under eye bags and wrinkles are so frustrating. They're so hard to hide and so hard to get rid of. I came across Plexiderm, and I was so excited. We have a model. His name is Richie, and all he's doing is taking a small amount. It's so powerful. That's all it takes.
This new year, in just 10 minutes, you'll look incredible.
This is something that you can do in the convenience of your own home. It's a cream. It's a topical. It literally creates an invisible layer that tightens the skin and smooths it out. All you do is gently rub it underneath your eyes, on your fine lines and wrinkles, and it
visibly disappears in as little as 10 minutes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
I can't even believe that this worked. I was a little skeptical, I am not going to lie, because I saw people online with it. I'm like, yeah, right, that can't possibly work. I'm telling you, it really works.
I thought I might see a little difference, but to see that big of a difference, and I felt something happening, but I had no idea. Like, I have so many dark circles, I have the puffiness, I have the lines. Like, it's amazing. I love it.
I did this to my father at home because I was skeptical. Yes, I admit it. 4 minutes, 34 seconds. The appearance of his under eye bag was completely gone. We were screaming. You have an event, you have any of those moments where you want to feel the best about yourself. I am telling you, the videos that you see on social media and TV are real.
This new year is the best time to get Plexiderm for only $14.95 and see it work for yourself after your first application. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Right now, the highest rates of hospitalization since the pandemic began. What doctors are urging you to know.
And of course, we continue to track the colder air. We're going to get you out the door in the first warn forecast.
And the national blood shortage continuing, getting worse. Doctors pleading for more donations.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
Thanks for waking up with us, everybody. I'm Leah Lynchide. Public Health says COVID hospitalizations are now at an all-time high here in Dane County. Just last week, all 3 Madison hospitals announced they were at full capacity. This latest update says 184 people are currently in the hospital with COVID-19 here in Dane County. The previous high was in November of 2020 when 179 people were hospitalized.
For a third time since the start of the pandemic, News 3 Now is getting another look inside the UW Hospital COVID ward. With this latest surge fueled by the Omicron variant, it is pushing the already short-staffed hospitals to their limits. Doctors want to remind you that if you're feeling sick, the emergency room is not the best place for you. The emergency room is best equipped to handle people that face death and need help as quickly as possible, like stroke and heart attack patients. So if you are worried about simply having COVID, the ER is not where you should try to find a test.
Coming to an emergency department and seeing a physician, that is not free. So getting your test through the emergency department has got to be the most expensive way you can possibly get COVID tested right now.
If you have COVID and you're having trouble breathing and you're wondering whether your symptoms are bad enough to require treatment, doctors recommend that you pick up a pulse oximeter. This is something that it's a small device you clip on your finger, and it shows you just how much air you're taking in. If the number drops below 88, then you should go to the emergency room for help.
To our other top story of the morning, the weather. Chris Reese here with your certified most accurate forecast, and a chilly, chilly morning out there, Chris.
Yeah, we are certainly cold as you head out the door. Here's what you need. Sunglasses are going to be a yes today. Abundant sunshine and snow on the ground. Make sure you have those sunglasses. No need to shovel for today anyway. And then, of course, yep, you want the jacket and the coat. Check out some of these wind chills right now. 16 below zero. That is the wind chill in Wisconsin Dells. 15 below zero for Viroqua and Monroe, and Janesville feels like 9 below, 11 below in Mineral Point, and 14 below zero right here in Madison. Actual air temperatures are right around or just above zero as you go throughout the morning. You've got a couple spots that are just below it, but we're warming up. Winds are out of the south, which is what's creating such a wind chill this morning. But strong winds out of the south are really going to help to warm things up, especially once the sun comes up. You can already start to see a little bit of a glow behind the Edgewater there. So we're going to start to see that sunrise. 2, the official air temperature right now, with winds sustained out of the south at 10 miles per hour. That southerly wind, look at how it does it. We're a little slow initially, but it's up the roller coaster ramp as we move towards the afternoon. 6 o'clock. Temperatures will be right around 29 degrees. Here's Future Track. We're going to show you how that happens hour by hour. You see us in the upper 20s later on this evening. Cloud cover starts to move in, though, overnight. That's going to lead to at least a chance to see some snowflakes for tomorrow morning. This is not a big deal at all. But we could see some of those snowflakes around here, at least flying in the air, making it feel like winter. We'll be frozen, though, so any of it will stick, but there's not a ton of moisture with it. Another one tries to move our way on Thursday. There's still some question, though, as whether or not that's south and west of here or further north and east of here. So we'll pay very close attention to that one on Thursday. It's such a weak, such a small system that the models are really even struggling to pick it up at all. So there's certainly still some uncertainty there. But we are at least expecting the chance for snow showers in the air as we start to move towards Thursday. For Friday, we're still watching the trends. Right now, the further further south and west you live, the better your chance is. Some of those models still keep snow over us, but some of them are far enough towards the south and west that we don't really see much snow out of that one. So we really want to pay attention to the weekend closely. We're giving you the first warn on that one as we begin to get closer for now. We'll see how things trend as we go throughout the rest of today and tomorrow. Still, we'll see some chances for some flurries, at least Saturday into Sunday. Another chance for flurries by the middle of next week.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you very much for giving us that first warn. 6:34 now. Investigators who searched the Halderson home and the area where a torso was found say bloodstains were found throughout. Yesterday, a crime scene investigator took the stand for most of the day to describe what was found in the house. His team spent 10 to 12 hours a day for 3 weeks going through every single room in the Halderson home. Some of the discoveries include an axe with bloodstains found in the garage, a bone fragment found in the family room fireplace, and a freezer in the basement with traces of human blood found inside.
My role as a crime scene investigator differs from a detective. When I'm at the scene, I'm trying to read what the scene is saying. I'm trying to interpret what the scene is saying. The detective, they get verbals. They talk to their witnesses, their victims, their suspects.
Investigators say they also have digital evidence like flash drives. We have an in-depth look at all of the evidence presented so far. It's up on channel3000.com.
Now to the road to recovery. To try and slow another COVID outbreak inside the Dane County Jail, the National Guard is now testing all of the nearly 600 inmates there. Sheriff Calvin Barrett says there are record high cases at the jail. Nearly 90 of the 597 inmates tested positive last week. The population inside the jail, the highest it's been since the start of the pandemic. The Madison School Board, meantime, voting to temporarily reinstate COVID-19 specific leave for MMSD employees. The district initially ended the practice 3 months ago, but last night approved 5 days of COVID sick leave and 2 mental health days.
This year's race for state governor is shaping up to be one of the most expensive and hotly contested in the entire country. Republican candidate Rebecca Clayfish announcing she's raised more than $3 million in the first 4 months of her campaign. It's the largest for any candidate's first report over the past 4 governor elections and likely ever. Hours later, Governor Evers' campaign said they've raised about $10 million over the course of 2021. They claim the governor has raised the most of any incumbent governor the year before an election.
A judge rejecting Attorney General Josh Kaul's attempt to block a subpoena issued by Michael Gableman. He is looking to interview Chief Elections Administrator Megan Wolf as part of his 2020 election investigation. Attorney General Josh Kaul filed the lawsuit seeking a temporary injunction to block the subpoena. Despite declining the attempt, the judge also declined to dismiss the lawsuit.
For the first time ever, the Red Cross says it's facing a blood shortage crisis. It's leaving hospitals unsure if they'll be able to treat their next patient properly.
My largest concern is someone is going to go without. We're asking people to please make a New Year's resolution to include blood donation, and don't do it just once. Think about how you can maybe donate 2, 3, 4 times a year, because we could really use that help in our community.
Normally, the Red Cross tries to have a 5-day supply of blood on hand. In recent weeks, they've had less than a 1-day supply. CBS Evening News is asking their viewers to give blood this week. If you decide to donate, tag CBS News and then use the hashtag #GiveWithMe.
President Biden pushing to have new voting rights legislation passed before Martin Luther King Jr. Day Monday. The commander-in-chief and VP head south today to send a message about the future of America's democracy. They'll speak from Atlanta University's Center Consortium to push for passing federal voting rights legislation. The measure includes national election standards, a national voter ID standard, same-day voting registration, and reducing big money in politics. But there is still gridlock in the Senate over if the bill will pass.
We just need to be very cautious what we do. I'm hoping that we can come to an agreement to fix things. Every American has a right to vote and should be protected.
Some voting rights advocates are dismissing the visit as a photo op and are instead urging the president and VP to stay in D.C. to break gridlock over the legislation. 6:38 outside this morning. It is bitterly cold out there again. We are barely above zero here in Madison. Wind chills making it just downright nasty out there. Chris Reese is going to track that warm up on the way. He'll time it out and tell you how warm we'll get.
Plus, we are learning more about ice fishers stuck on a floating piece of ice in Green Bay and the rescuers who helped them out this weekend.
Have
Habitat homes are built and bought by the hardworking families that live in them. Through affordable mortgages backed by your donations, Habitat Dane County offers a chance for these families to invest in their future and their community. Please donate or volunteer today.
Contact Culligan, your local water expert.
At Papa Murphy's, we knead seriously, chop seriously, and shred seriously. Because we're serious about Tuesdays, even if you're not. Every Tuesday, get a large pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
Dirt bike racing action returns. The Arena Cross Nationals. Epic action races into the Alliant Energy Center January 28th and 29th for 2 nights of heart-pumping, throttle-roaring, action-packed two-wheel racing. Get tickets now at the Alliant Energy Center box office or online at arenacrossnationals.com. Two-wheel action on dirt Friday and Saturday, January 28th and 29th. The must-see action of 2022. Let's go racing!
The Dove Beauty Bar makes my skin feel fresh. I've encouraged Serena, my best friend, to switch. Feels moisturized and clean. My friend Stephanie, her skin was dry. I'm like, girl, you better get you some Dove.
She hooked me up. With the Quarter Moisturizing Cream, Dove cleans effectively and cares beautifully.
Before treating your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, you're not the only one with questions about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start, with about 10 minutes of treatment once every 3 months. So ask your doctor if Botox is right for you, and if a sample is available.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. Plus, right now, you may pay $0 for Botox. Ask your doctor about Botox today.
U.S. ad spending is set to surpass $300 billion by 2022, and the greater Madison area is poised for major growth. So now would be a great time to consider a career in multimedia sales and to join our team selling our top-rated media and digital solutions. Work for a company that offers training, autonomy, flexibility, income growth, upward mobility, and work-life balance with a competitive wage. If you have a passion to drive results for local businesses, then visit morganmurphymedia.com right now to apply.
You're watching Madison's fastest growing newscast. News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. We're in the 608 this morning with how an area hospital is teaming up with the local school district and giving its students a chance to shine.
Josh Breider here now with this story. Hey, Josh.
Hey, guys. Good morning. Incredible story here. I'm excited to share it. SSM Health St. Mary's Hospital has a unique partnership with the Madison School District called Ability Forward. It places students with disabilities into internship programs within the hospital. For some of these interns, their internship work has resulted in their department creating a permanent position for them. One of those success stories is Tang Yang. He started as an intern in the lab department and was so successful, they actually created a permanent position for him. Tang works a morning shift from about 9 to 11:30, and he's a busy worker. Tang does a lot of the work behind the scenes, such as restocking whatever lab materials need replenishing.
My favorite thing is just putting stuff away. If I'm not here, they can't do the job that I'm doing. So some of the time they need me here. I just be happy that I have the job that I like to do.
The department has enjoyed his presence so much, they're actively looking at ways to expand his role while adding a new intern, as well as transitioning him into more independent work without a daily job coach. Program leaders tell me they feel it is a huge benefit to St. Mary's and hope other organizations begin similar programs. SSM Health's Environmental Services team also participates in Ability Forward and have had similar success with interns turning into permanent members of the team. So they're super excited to see how far this program goes. If you'd like to learn more, just go to the story on the Channel 3000 mobile app this morning, guys.
I think we can all learn a little bit from Tang's work ethic. Josh, did you say he left for a while and they felt his absence while he was gone?
Yeah, so over the holidays, he was off for a couple of weeks, and program leaders were saying there was a noticeable gap, and it was like, oh no, we missed Tang. And then when he got back, he's like, wow, this is a mess. These people didn't know anything about what they were doing in restocking and, you know, trying to keep up with all of that stuff. So really goes to show how important every single job is. There's no, you know, too little of a job out there to do. It is all equally important, guys.
Yeah, Tang's got a great work ethic and a great attitude. He's going to go far.
Yeah, that positivity, it sure shines, and it is very, very just, you can walk in there, you can just feel it, you know, and I think that's really, really important, especially during this time.
Well, thanks for sharing the story, Josh. We'll let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media, or you can email him at inthe608@WISC-TV.com.
Just about 6:45 on your Tuesday, a Waukesha woman is considered missing in Panama after she and her husband's plane malfunctioned and landed in water back on January 3rd. Anthony and Deborah Velman retired to Panama. They were on a plane from Isla Contadora to Punta Chame on the mainland. Anthony, a Canadian woman, and the pilot were all found somehow and treated at a hospital. Deborah, though, and another woman have yet to be found.
The search and rescue operation is still a search and rescue operation. It's not a recovery operation. There's hope. You never know.
I can't imagine what this family is going through. Anthony has undergone 3 surgeries so far, so he's still in the hospital, while his family has traveled to Panama to continue those search efforts.
Our thoughts are with that family this morning. Well, Mean Girls, the musical, will not be opening up tonight at the Overture Center. Officials announced yesterday that the show's run in Madison is being postponed to later this year. According to the Overture Center, the decision comes as there were a number of breakthrough positive cases within the company. The show is now scheduled from August 30th to September 4th. Those who bought tickets will still have seats for the new performances and will be emailed about their options.
All right, 6:45 now. Chris Reese here with your first warn weather, your certified most accurate. Oh, a beautiful sunrise, Chris.
Yeah, look at that behind me. A beautiful day getting ready to take shape, and temperatures are going to be on the increase today as well. It's 2 right now, so it's cold to start, but we're going to go to bed with temperatures into the upper 20s and closer to 30. So a southerly wind is really going to help to warm things up today. 2 winds out of the south at 10 miles per hour. It does create a wind chill at 14 degrees below zero for us in Madison, 9 below zero in Janesville. Monroe, you're sitting at 15 below zero for a wind chill, 16 below in the Dells, and 17 below zero in Viroqua. So a cold morning for a lot of folks, but we warm up into the 30s. Then a series of disturbances moves our way out of the north and west as we go through the next couple of days. But we're really watching Friday into Saturday. That's the one that has the potential to be the biggest impactful weather maker here, but I want to show you model number 2, because model number 2 is a couple hundred miles south and west with the track of that low, and as a result, it barely clipped southwestern Wisconsin with the possibility of some snow as we start to move towards Friday into Saturday. Here's one thing. It's very common that you get to this point and we start to see the model start flip-flopping or serving up waffles, as I like to say. Oftentimes, you see them go back to what they initially had as well. So that is one thing to watch. But we're going to pay attention to those model trends. This could either be a big deal or a no deal for us once again. But for now, I want to give you at least the first warn on that one. This system is still possible. We're into the 3 to 4 day range at this one, but I don't want to bump things to game plan just yet, simply because there's not a whole lot of confidence like there was yesterday at this point. So we will watch this tomorrow. Of course, we're going to give you an update, and of course the rest of the first warn weather team is going to be in this afternoon, this evening, with some of those latest trends as well.
So you're not feeling as confident about your birthday snowfall as you were yesterday?
Not as I was for yesterday. Although the birthday's on Thursday, our chance of snow on Thursday has increased just a little bit, but it's not a winter storm. And your friend wants a winter storm at this point.
Chris Reese loves that fresh snow.
It has been more than a year since we've had a winter storm warning in Madison.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
Can't believe that. All right, Chris Reese, thank you much. Now to an update. Over the weekend, 27 people were rescued from a floating ice chunk in the Bay of Green Bay. We showed you that video yesterday of the ice fishers drifting through the water, waiting for help. Well, now we are hearing from rescuers and witnesses that helped everyone back to land. An initial investigation reveals that a barge broke the ice and there was wind and other weather conditions that caused it all to break up.
They seem pretty calm. I would say they're a bit more calm than they should have been. A few of them were asking, what about our stuff? What about all our gear? And, it's, the most important thing is people's lives first before gear.
The rescue involved the Brown County Sheriff's and fire departments, as well as the DNR and the U.S. Coast Guard. No one was injured.
Whew, good to hear that. 6:49 now. Coming up in the morning sprints, all of the morning's top headlines to get you ready for your Tuesday.
First, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, let us know so we can show their picture on TV. We'll be right back.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
These are the faces that smile so wide at the friends and staff who are by their side, where life is lived with a feeling of pride on every bump of life's great ride that comes from the care that sweetens the air that lives in the house that angels built. Attic Angel Community. Independent homes and 4 levels of assisted living built with the help of angels.
New year, new shape.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
New confidence.
I can see a huge difference. Look at this.
New you.
I can wear a little black dress. I feel sexy.
You deserve to do something for yourself this year. And with Sono Bello, you can remove stubborn body fat permanently in just one visit.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation with Sono Bello, America's #1 cosmetic surgery specialist, and find out how you can get $250 off with our New Year exclusive offer. Sono Bello uses Tri-Sculpt micro-laser liposuction to remove your diet-resistant fat cells permanently for incredible transformations in just one visit.
I have one big regret. I didn't go sooner.
Call 1-888-622-8360 or go to sonobello.com.
Deep in credit card debt? Did you know Credit Associates can help you reduce that debt? It's not nearly as complicated as you think. Let me show you what I mean. First, there's the total amount of credit card debt you owe. Whoa! We can reduce that by almost half. Second, how about those decades you'll be in debt? We reduced that down to as little as 24 to 36 months, giving you up to 20 debt-free years back. Lastly, how about the endless hours of stress and anxiety from being in debt? We can help reduce that too. It's easy to get started. Call now to see how Credit Associates can reduce your debt and save you thousands. The information is free and there's no risk to call. 1-800-949-3849. Call Credit Associates now to start living better, debt-free. 1-800-949-3849.
Grass looks great, Zeus. Hey, could you maybe trim the hydrangea too?
Sure thing, Kevin. You want me to do the boxwoods as well? No.
Finding the right person for the job isn't always easy. But when you have an insurance question, you can always count on your local Geico agent. They can give you personalized advice and could help you save hundreds.
Hey, Medusa, let's boogie.
For expert help with all your insurance needs, get to know your local Geico agent today.
For every woman at every stage, SSM Health.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
The U.S. has surpassed its record for most people hospitalized with COVID-19 at a single time. In Dane County, there are 184 people currently in our hospitals with COVID, the most ever. The previous high was in November of 2020 when 179 people were hospitalized. Nationwide, doctors and nurses treated more than 142,000 patients on Sunday alone. That's slightly more than they did this time last year.
Chandler Halderson's trial began its second week with investigators taking the stand. During testimony, a deputy described the search of the Haldersons' home where they found the parents' IDs and phones inside of a pair of shoes in the garage. Jurors saw the actual saw blades and scissors found in an oil drum near Bart Halderson's remains, as well as shoes with apparent bloodstains on them. We have in-depth reporting on yesterday's testimony, and you can stream today's happenings in court on channel3000.com.
Janessa Cardenas is charged with second-degree reckless homicide, homicide by a vehicle, and use of a controlled substance. This in connection to a crash that killed 37-year-old Ashley Taylor last year. Yesterday, the court entered not guilty pleas on her behalf. A signature bond for Cardenas was set at $500 per case. As a condition of her release, she can't operate a motor vehicle. Cardenas will be back in court in 2 weeks.
Madison Fire Department celebrating the city's 9th ambulance. They say Medic 14's placement at Fire Station 14 on Dairy Drive will increase pandemic-level service to the southeast side. It'll also help reduce response times and provide patient transport to local hospitals sooner than before.
This year's race for state governor shaping up to be one of the most expensive and hotly contested in the country. Republican candidate Rebecca Clayfish announcing she's raised more than $3 million in the first 4 months since starting her campaign. Meanwhile, Governor Evers' campaign says they've raised about $10 million over the course of 2021.
The Bucks on a 2-game losing streak, fresh off a loss to the Charlotte Hornets. The teams faced off again last night. Just for Milwaukee to fall short again, the Bucks had a 3-point lead at the half. They ended up losing 103-99. The Bucks host the first-place Warriors Thursday.
More than 340,000 Chicago students will return to school tomorrow after the teachers union in the nation's third-largest school district reached a deal with the public school system. It's over coronavirus safeguards, things like expanded testing and contact tracing. The news comes after several days of canceled classes.
Investigators say a malfunctioning door may have led to at least 17 deaths in a New York City fire. The door was equipped with a self-closing mechanism that apparently failed, allowing thick smoke to escape the third-floor apartment where the flames began. 8 children are among the dead.
COVID-19 cases surging almost threefold in the military since just before Christmas. The Defense Department reported just under 5,300 cases among service members back on December 22nd. By January 5th, that number reached nearly 14,000. In response, the military is increasing health restrictions on many bases and at the Pentagon.
The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, reporting that weather disasters have cost the country $750 billion over the past 5 years. NOAA also reporting 20 weather and climate disasters in 2021 that cost the country at least $1 billion each. In fact, 2021 was the second consecutive year with 20 or more billion-dollar disasters.
The wind chill at 16 degrees below zero now here in Madison and Monroe, 17 below for the Dells and Viroqua. So we certainly have the chill out there, but temperatures will begin to increase as we go through the next 12 hours. We're going all the way up towards 29. That's at 6 o'clock this evening. So the later in the evening, the warmer our temperatures will actually begin to be. We'll see cloud cover increase overnight tonight. That leads to a chance of some light snow showers throughout parts of your Wednesday, and perhaps some additional light snow showers move in towards Thursday. But then attention really does begin to focus on the possible weekend system.
All right. Chris Reese, thank you very much. Have a great Tuesday, folks. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.